Of all the people you've advised over the last 10 years who follow your advice, what were the results? What percent got to their optimal blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight? What percent reversed major health issues? And what percent didn't get the expected results?
Well, that's okay. So that's a tough question because we only expect success while you're at the Institute. And we have most people here 3 weeks, some people 6 weeks. Our program is 3 weeks. So because in 21 days, you have a big change, a big boost of your immune system. Of course, I wish people could stay for years to show them what's possible. So it depends on how much they do when they go back home. More than 80% of our guests comes back. So I get to see them, and some fell off and some stayed as good as they could, but they're coming back just to get into it and, you know, get the inspiration and get the latest information too. So we do test them with CyberScan. These are frequency tests. These are biofeedback tests and BioWell. So we get an idea where they're at. We have the normal blood test, the CBC and chemistry that our medical team looks through. And so we have an idea. Looking at blood tests before and after, 3 weeks here, for example, diabetes type 2. Diabetes type 2, we call it no-brainer. You will see high triglycerides, high cholesterol. It will just fly down. On a plant-based diet, because mainly that diabetes will never go away as long as you are on an animal-based diet, because the insulin that you have to eat animal fat, the chickens, the eggs, the dairy, the poultry, and the meat is requiring so much more insulin than any other sugar in a way. We don't eat sugar. We have no sugar in this diet. There is, if needed, or I would say if it's actually right time, 15% of the diet can be fresh organic fruit. So, but most people that I see every day, I say, let's stay out of fruit for some time now because they've had enough of sugar. Alcohol is a big time now. I read Newsweek had an article about that people that normally had 1 glass of wine, now it's 1 bottle. If they had 2 glasses of wine, now it's 2 bottles. And it's hard liquor, it's all kinds. We have a lot more alcoholics right now. But that, I think, has steadily been like something totally acceptable. So what I see, for example, with wine, all the alcohols have sugar. And the sodas, of course, and diet soda, which is the worst. Diet soda has this aspartame. So people think that I'm taking that to lose weight. You gain weight with that, and you gain cancer, and you gain all kinds of things. But obesity, diabetes comes right with those things that we are exporting all over the world and exporting all our diseases at the same time. You would think that countries' leaders would look and say, well, you know, if I'm doing what America has been doing, then I'm going to get the same diseases. It's going to cost our healthcare system huge money. Do we really want to go that way? So, but obviously that's not happening because everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Everybody wants to eat lots of meat. They want lots of milk products. All the stuff that we can tell you until we're blue in the face, it will make you sick. And it will make the environment sick. It will make your kids sick. So, you know, I don't know how much we can say because it's so clear that the body can heal itself. It knows how to heal itself. It's got to go back to origins. It's got to go back to what we were meant to eat.
From a health standpoint, should we try to add oils such as flax, hemp, and walnut oil to our diets, or should we try to avoid it?
So essential fatty acids, we don't make. It's very important that we get them every day. Do we need it from oil? Can I get it from seeds and grains and beans sprouted, right? Yes, I can. Avocados, olives. So we add a little bit of olive oil, hemp seed oil, chia oil. It's okay in moderation. Of course, I don't want my salad to swim in it, but maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon goes a long way. I get it from blue-green algae. Actually, blue-green algae, which is so fantastic, has exactly the same fat as the brain has. So the brain is 60% fat. Blue-green algae has exactly the same. So blue-green algae is a part of our daily life. And avocado has amazing glutathione on top of it. And of course, the essential fats, and walnuts is the highest in omega-3. Omega-3 from fish oil, I hope that you know that it's made by squeezing the oil out of the fish with its mercury, with its feces, with anything that might come. And it would taste so bad unless they put taste fillers in there. You would never take that. And it's nothing that you need. You don't need to harm fish to get their oil out of them to stay healthy. Nothing we need from a fish in any way. We don't need fish in any way. And what we're doing today, we have the fish farms, and they're either in this big lake, man-made lakes, or they're in the ocean in these small cages for fish. Fish, I mean, we're scuba divers. We know fish, of course. Fish goes and they can swim all over the place, and they have an inherent. They have, we all have something called magnetites, and of course, fish has amazing. So does birds. Everybody. We have magnetites in our brain, all over through our body, especially in our brain. How birds fly to the south in the fall and come back in the spring is because of magnetites. So now you're putting them in a cage, and they're just going to be in this cage, thousands and thousands in a cage where they have nowhere to go. It's awful. It's awful. And some of them sneak out. They get out, and then the poor fish that's outside, now their genetic DNA and their genetic being is changing now too. So we're changing the whole ocean. And plus these fish, especially big, salmon, tuna, cod, and all of them, they're fed the small, tiny fish in from the ocean, which now changes the whole ecosystem. So we're changing ecosystem everywhere we go. The human beings, we need to start saying, what is our place here? And, religious people would say, well, you're created in the view of God. And I would say then, what responsibility we would have if you really think so. This should be taught in every church, every temple, every synagogue, everywhere. This should be taught. And the responsibility that we have for the environment, for the forest, for the logging that we do so that the cows can go there and we eat their meat. It's horrendous. And people say, well, our economy would fall down. Our economy would collapse if we all went plant-based. Let it collapse. Let people get healthy. Let people realize that we need every person on this earth because every person has a reason to be here.